The affiliate marketing industry is worth over $17 billion. But how do you get your slice of the affiliate pie and get into this business in 2024? In this episode, we'll talk about how affiliate marketing has changed in the last few years, how to pick a profitable niche while dodging a sketchy one, and marketing strategies that will skyrocket your success as an affiliate marketer. This is Ryan Atkinson, and you're listening to the UpFlip podcast, where we uncover the secrets of building and running a successful business. Today, we have with us Matt McWilliams, a 4-time Affiliate Manager of the Year. Matt has worked with hundreds of businesses, including Adidas, Kevin Harrington, and Tony Robbins. His knowledge in the field is unrivaled, and we are so excited to have him on today. Matt, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, Ryan.
A lot of people out there are going to be thinking, I've heard of affiliate marketing. I know what it is, but in truth, not a lot of them know what it is. So let's just lay that groundwork for affiliate marketing and how you would define affiliate marketing for someone that is new or wants to explore the space a little bit more. Let's lay that groundwork.
Yeah, I mean, the basic concept's been around probably since the dawn of time. You know, the ancient Romans did affiliate marketing. All we did was 30 years ago, we added technology to it, right? So, I can only think of like one ancient Roman name, like Caius and I don't know, what's the Commodus? They're walking down the street and they're like, Caius says Commodus, like, hey, man, do you know a good bakery? And Commodus is like, yeah, let me take you to so-and-so. And when they walk into so-and-so's bakery, he's like, Commodus, my friend, and he's like, thank you for the referral. Here's a free sandwich. That's affiliate marketing if you really think about it. I have an audience. In this case, he had Caius, Then what we've done is we added scale. Because nobody outside of a few people in the world had audiences 50 years ago, right? Like I would have been a complete nobody 25 years ago if you think about it. Instead, I have, roughly 250,000 people who listen to a podcast about a topic every month. 250,000 people listen to a podcast about a topic that only about 250,001 people are even interested in. And whatever, 15, 20,000 people on an email list. Like, that doesn't sound like a lot compared to some people, but it's like, these are my target audience. That wasn't even possible 25, 30 years ago. And so all we did was add scale and technology to it, where now I have an audience. I go out and say, hey, here's a product that I recommend. Here's a product that changed my life. Here's a product that worked for a friend of mine. Here's a product that I think will help you. Here's a product I wish I had when I started my business 10 years ago. Whatever the case may be, go try this out. That's affiliate marketing. And so the ultimate question that I always ask when I talk to our clients or prospective clients when they're starting an affiliate program or trying to scale an affiliate program, for example. So coming from that perspective, very simple question. Who has my audience? It already exists. Like you don't have to go find it. You don't have to run ads on one of the 3 big networks and hope that some people in your audience are watching the Dick Van Dyke Show. There are people out there who have your audience. A guy I'm working with now, a coaching client, and talk about niche when you think about it, but then you start going, wait a minute, no, this is bigger than I think it is. They make an AI robot, little furry, cuddly AI robot, all right, that is programmed to help kids with certain, we'll just say issues, right? So ADHD, they're on the autism spectrum, anxiety disorder, things like that, right? And you go, okay, so who has their audience? I mean, immediately, because I've worked in the parenting niche and I know people, I was like, Debbie Steinberg-Kuhn, she works with people who, parents of kids who are really smart but have ADHD or on the spectrum or have anxiety. Dana, Abraham, Jason Cecilia Hookie. I'm just thinking, like, who has my audience? And you go, that's easy for you, Matt. You know people. Yeah, but even if you don't know people, there's this website you may have heard of. It's called Google, where you can go Google things and you can find people who have your audience. So at its core, that's a little bit of a long explanation, but that's all affiliate marketing is. I'm trying to super simplify it so you understand it's not that complicated.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And I feel like an affiliate marketing program for businesses are a great way for you to actually take off, as you just gave that Roman Empire example of Julius Caesar walking in and recommending a bakery. Businesses can use this as well. And can you talk about affiliate marketing programs for businesses and how they can use this to their advantage to attract more clients to their company?
Multiple companies I've worked with, affiliate program is what saved them. My company, and that's how I got in the affiliate world back in 2005. We're now 19 years almost to the day. May of 2005, we were broke. We literally couldn't make payroll in 13 days. And I remember we had this, it was Memorial Day weekend. We had this big meeting. I'm supposed to be like at a cookout or something. I'm supposed to do something that weekend that's fun. Instead, I spent the entire weekend trying to learn how to build an affiliate program. I spent the entire weekend working with our programmer. Back then, you didn't have, like right now, you could have an affiliate program no matter if you're listening to this. We're recording this at 3:17 in the afternoon Eastern time. By 5:30 this afternoon, I could have an affiliate program. That's how easy the technology is today. That wasn't the case back then. I had to get with our programmer and be like, hey, can you code this? Oh, by the way, I can't pay you, but if it works, we'll give you a percentage of the earnings. By the way, that worked out really well for him because 18 months later, we're doing over $1 million a month from our affiliate program. I took it from nothing, non-existent, to over $1 million a month in 18 months. And we did that weekend because we were in that situation. We're broke. Now, why is that? Why does an an affiliate program work for a business? Well, number one, there's no risk. As a company that was broke, we could not afford to go spend any money, and hope that it works. Like there was no Zuckerberg back. I mean, he was alive, but Facebook, just to be clear. But like, think about it. You go, no matter how good your Facebook ads, you have to pay Zuckerberg first before you get money back. That sucks. Like I want to make money before I spend it. The second thing is that, you don't have to worry about the targeting because the affiliates do the targeting for you. If you think about this, like back in the day, I mentioned before, I kind of talked about it before, it was kind of the wild, wild west, right? You had, like ABC, NBC, and CBS, and that was it. And like, you just had to hope people were watching. But even now we get so caught up in targeting, right? Like we get so myopic. So mistake one is we get too broad. And if you try to target everyone, you target no one. But the second mistake is we get so myopic. Like I only want to target men who are 31 to 33 years old, who homeschool. They have 2.6 kids in their favorite football teams in the NFC West. There's like 8 of those people, right? You're not going to be able to, like, you can reach nobody. So you don't have to guess at targeting. Your affiliates do it for you. Like I said earlier, who has my audience? The third thing is just the warm prospects. If you think about this, like, and again, I'm picking on Facebook ads. I run Facebook ads. We spend money on Facebook ads. I am not suggesting that an affiliate program should account for 100% of your sales. Some of our clients, it's 60, 70% of their sales, but it's still not 100%. So I'm not picking on Facebook because I think it's bad. But if you think about this, when you go to Facebook and you run an ad, you are basically saying good things about yourself. Hey, look at my product. It's awesome. Okay, cool, great. But when an affiliate sends an email or a tweet or whatever they're called these days, and X, I don't even know, they post on Instagram, they post and they say nice things about you, that's like a third party referral. So the prospects come in warmer. And we've studied this. There is no other form of marketing, including SEO. SEO is usually the highest converting of all the channels. It's not compared to affiliates. It converts slightly better at turning clicks into leads and leads into sales, as affiliates do. And the fourth thing is just success builds on success. Like if you run a good Facebook ad, congratulations, you ran one good Facebook ad. You have to now go write a second one. But affiliates talk. And we have found time and time again, I can tell you countless stories of programs we've taken over where frankly, I had to work really, really hard to get the first 100 affiliates. I had to bust my butt. But the next 900 came in less time and with less effort than the first 100 because they talk to each other. They see what each other's doing. They follow each other and like, I got to be a part of that program. And so those are the reasons why this works so well.
Yeah, I feel like it's a compounding effect. Like the first 100 are hard, but after that, just as you see with anything, investing, working out, eating right, like it is all like a compound effect of like actually growing it. So if a business owner, someone that is just starting out their company or wants to start a company and they're like, okay, I'm ready for this affiliate marketing program, like let's do it. What's like the first thing that they should do to start getting this set up?
Yeah, the very first thing, again, ask the question that I said, who has my audience? So, okay, AI robot for kids with, sensory issues, developmental disorders, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I like to call them superpowers. I have ADD, right? I think it is probably the greatest superpower ever. It drives my wife nuts, drives my kids nuts, drives myself nuts about 10% of the time, but it's still really cool. But either way, there are things that I have to adjust in my life because of that. So superpower, whatever you want to call it, but they've got something that makes them not, the norm, so to speak. It's a pretty niche product. It's a product that also, frankly, the parents have to be of at least average income or above. And they have to have a knowledge enough to understand that like no AI does not mean that this furry little thing is going to somehow start grabbing knives and trying to stab your kids. So that rules out some of the people too. But I'm like, okay, who has my audience? That's the first thing. Do I know my market well enough to know, oh my gosh, I can think of 12 bloggers and influencers that have my audience. And if not, we go to Google and we start finding them. The second thing, you asked for the first thing. That's the first thing. That's pretty easy. We start looking for those people who have my audience. We develop relationships with them. I'm going to butcher this quote, but Jeffrey Gitomer said that all things being equal, we want to do business with our friends, and all things not being equal, we still want to do business with our friends. I paid more for my car than I had to. Probably $750 more, $1,000, maybe as much as $1,500 more than I could have gone to another dealership, and I probably could have gotten the same vehicle for a little bit less, but I bought it for my friend. And I knew I was buying it for more, but I also knew that I was going to be taken care of. Why? Because we want to do business with our friends. There are plenty of things I have paid more. I know we pay more when the guy comes out every year to service our furnace. I know we pay more, but he's a nice guy and we've become friends. So why would I switch to a cheaper person? So we develop those relationships with people that could be prospective affiliates, and then we get them into affiliates. So those are the first steps. That's the pre-work. Like you have to do that today. The old saying, what is it? The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The best time to start building those relationships is before you're like I was, and like desperately need them. Then you got to set up the tech, and the tech is super easy. The easiest way to do this is to join an affiliate network. All right. You do not need special software, although it exists. You can run one in-house, but I highly recommend being on a network because there are potentially hundreds of thousands of affiliates on there already, of whom a few thousand are great fits for your program, not 20,000 plus, unless you're in a program like I ran Shutterfly's affiliate program. I've run Adidas's, and we had over 100,000 in each of those affiliate programs. You're probably not running a product like that. Okay. But in those cases, there's still a couple thousand affiliates that are ideal candidates to be in your program. And it's a lot easier to be on a network. There's so many reasons I don't have time to get into. I'll just share the biggest one is they cover the tech and they cover all the tax stuff. So you don't have to worry about that. You have to manage the affiliate still on your own, or hire an affiliate manager like us. But yeah, those are really the first few steps. And then from there, the next one is just to think of ways that you can make this exciting, make it fun, make it engaging, keep your affiliates, keep in touch with your affiliates. It's the biggest mistake I see. I even made this mistake last year with an affiliate program where we run because I got busy and we didn't have a lot going on. And I was like, crap, it's been 3 weeks since I communicated with our affiliates. I talk about this stuff on my podcast. I talk about this stuff. Don't not communicate with your affiliates. I'm like, oh, shoot. I did the same thing. I get it. But communicate with your affiliates. Come up with creative ways to engage them, like contests, anything. Like we're doing one in June for our affiliate program where it's like, hey, on this particular product, we're paying double commissions for the whole month of June. We're going to basically break even on those sales, but it gets them engaged. And we make sales of other stuff where we, only pay a regular commission and things like that. Find ways, run a contest, offer a special commission, just do things that are fun, educate your affiliates. Send them helpful information and tips. If you have an affiliate who's doing something really cool, hey, say to that affiliate, hey, do you mind if we record a 15-minute video and share with the other affiliates? And some of the times they'll be like, no, I want to keep this a secret. It's my secret sauce. That's cool. But most of the time, probably 95% feel like, heck yeah, let's do a video. And then you share that with your other affiliates and keep them engaged. So those are the steps in the progression there.
If you enjoy diving into the nitty-gritty of entrepreneurship with us, let us know that by leaving a review. Your feedback helps us grow and improve, and we really appreciate those who have done so, like Sean, who said, I really like how they focus primarily on blue-collar businesses and give them the much-needed spotlight they deserve. The YouTube versions of these interviews are absolutely fantastic too. Highly recommend both. Sean, thank you for your support and everyone for supporting the podcast. You covered the question of how do you keep them engaged, and you covered that double commission, do contests, all that good stuff. I feel like choosing the product though, let's just say you have a big product line or 3 or 4 different products. How do you properly choose the right one that should be an affiliate program? Do you try to spread it across the board? Do you just go for one?
Most of the time, if you have an existing product suite, you probably already have an affiliate program. Most of the time, not always, but most of the time. So usually you're starting your affiliate program when you only have 1 or 2 or 3 products. We have an ex-client because they have progressed way past what, we could do for them in the sense that they needed an entire in-house team running their affiliate program because they're north of over $1 billion in sales annually now. When we were last working with them, they were at about 300 million. When they started, they had 2 products, and then they've got definitely over 100 products now. It's a huge line of products. But yeah, they started with 2, and so we perfected it with that. We were doing, a few million a year, and then we added more, and then we grew from there. But if you happen to have a bunch, you could start with some of the more popular products. You probably have 5 to 10 best sellers, that really do stand out. The other way to look at it is, do you have a line of products that are really specific to a particular market whom you could corner that market to start with? So a great example of that is it's perfect example. I work with a supplement company. So we've got multivitamins, collagen powder, stuff for bodybuilders, digestive products, all that. Okay, where do we start with this? Because we could go, we have supplements. That's a lot of different things. Over 60, under 60, men, women, pregnant, not, on your period, not on your period, healthy nails, long hair, short hair, blonde hair. All these things are you could go in a million different directions. Okay, let's focus on digestion. We have about 5 products on digestion. We are going to corner the digestion market. We are going to dominate the digestion market. It's a discipline, but for 6 to 9 months, it was digestion. Oh yeah, sure. If somebody came to us, we'd take them to promote the other stuff, but it was all digestion all the time. It was all we talked about. And it got to the point where we dominated the digestion market. So then, first of all, some of those people who talk about digestion also talk about other stuff. So it was easy to just start expanding, and those other areas started to grow. Then we had the model. And so then it was okay, from there we went into collagen and coenzyme Q10 and stuff like that. We were going to dominate the basically the over 50 female skincare and other like arthritis, things like that market, right? We were going to dominate, and we did. We dominated that. And then from there, it was like, boom, we went to another thing and another thing and another thing. And the same is true with the types of affiliates you work with. When I took over Shutterfly's program, they were doing about 15 million a year. So this is back in 2011, actually late 2010. Sorry. And then we had a meeting with the CEO, and I remember he's like, okay, we got to target mommy bloggers and photographers and wedding photographers, wedding planners, nonprofits, PTOs, and children's hospitals. I was like, Greg, settle down. I'm going to go after one market. And I told him how this is going to work. And he didn't like it, but he trusted me because I had a reputation. That's one of the good things when you win like Affiliate Manager of the Year 4 times. They're like, well, you know this better than I do. Okay, fine. We'll try it your way for a year and see if it works. And if it doesn't, then we'll fire you. Okay, cool. I went after mommy bloggers. Now, I picked that for 2 reasons. Number 1, I knew a bunch, so I knew I could get a quick start. Number 2, there was a very side benefit that I thought of that was selfish, which was if a mommy blogger, like if we release a promo code and a mommy blogger blogs about it or tweets about it, whatever, and then I can go to the CEO and say, hey, go Google that promo code in the word Shutterfly and see what you find. And he finds 7,000 results within 4 hours of the promo code going live. So he's like, wow, this is amazing, even if the sales aren't quite there yet, So I went after mommy bloggers and I worked my butt off for about 5 months to get as many mommy bloggers as I could. I probably got like 200. Right around that point, though, is when you hit critical mass. Here's what happens. If you're a mommy blogger, who do you most likely follow online? Other mommy bloggers, right? Just like if you're a copywriter, you follow other copywriters. If you're in the health and fitness industry, you follow other people in the health and fitness industry. So they follow other mommy bloggers. And here's the thing. When they see one promotion from Shutterfly, it's easy to ignore. But if you're a mommy blogger and you'll see, you go, oh my gosh, I got 8 notifications today about Shutterfly. I got to go check that out. So I worked my tail off for 5 months to get 200. I mean, basically like 1 a day, 1.5 a day. And then all of a sudden we started getting 2 a day coming to us. And then 3 a day coming to us, 4 a day. When we hit the Christmas time, like late October, early November, prep for Christmas, Q4 of that year, about 10 months after we started, I was getting over 50 applications a day from mommy bloggers.
Wow.
That I had nothing to do with recruiting them, because it got to the point, Ryan, where basically if you were a mommy blogger, it was like step 1, register your domain. Step 2, set up hosting. Step 3, register for the Shutterfly affiliate program. And I cornered that market for a year. I didn't focus on anything else. The old saying, you go, instead of going an inch deep and a mile wide, we went an inch wide and a mile deep. It was so true. So we dominated that market. We grew from 15 million to about 65 million. I did the same thing then with photographers, but I didn't focus on all photographers. I focused specifically on graduation photographers. Now, did they do other photography? Sure. But I was like focused on graduation. Why? Because that was coming up in May and I was doing this in January. So when are they taking the pictures? February, March. When are they ordering all their stuff? Early April. So I'm like, I'm going to go kick. And we did it with the grad. And then we did wedding photographers and we did nonprofits and we went down all the list of things that he wanted to do, but I did them one by one. And the same is true when you're picking products. You might start small and go from there.
Interesting. I want to ask too, because a question comes to mind. Our listeners have a very diverse background. Some of them are in consumer brands. Some of them are B2B SaaS companies. A lot of what it sounded like so far is this could be a little bit more consumer focused, but is there room for affiliate like marketing programs with like B2B SaaS companies, or are there just better industries?
Yeah. Right now we have one client that's in B2B. Most of our stuff is B2C, but I mean, it's no different. There's still a C at the B. If you think about it, like it's still a decision maker or maybe a few people. I mean, I think about like one of my former clients, he was in sales training, right? So typically training sales teams of 20 or more people. So the definition of B2B. Well, who makes the decision about whether or not to hire the sales trainer? A single person at that company, usually the sales manager, who has a budget decided by the company, but typically within that budget, it's his decision on how he spends their $85,000 a year training budget. It's still B2C if you think about it. You're still convincing one person to make one decision. So the affiliate marketing is the same thing. Who has our audience? Who has an audience of sales managers? Are there influencers out there with audiences of sales managers? Yeah. Of course. So you go find those sales managers and you talk to them. I cut my teeth. Mine initially wasn't B2B. We worked with insurance agents. So all of our affiliates that referred insurance agents were people who had forums, groups, associations of insurance agents. I started with one, same kind of principle. I went to the Tennessee Allstate Agents group. Why? Because my 2 business partners were both Allstate agents in Tennessee. So we went to them, we got them. Once we had the Tennessee Allstate Agent Association and they were making a certain amount of money, it was so much easier. We got Kentucky, Indiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, like West Virginia, surrounding states. Before we know, we had Ohio, Illinois. Well, now once we had all the Allstate agents, all I had to do was get one State Farm association. I got them, grew from there. Once we got the State Farm, we went to the next one and the next one, and then we went to independent agents. agents. And so the principle's the same. We're still convincing one person at that association, hey, do you want to promote our insurance leads company to your agents? Same thing.
I'm curious though, on this B2B thread, is it kind of like a referral program? I mean, they're pretty synonymous terms here, but yeah, I mean, can you kind of talk me over like the mental block that I have right now of like, if you're like a B2B marketer, like, are you just going to go promote like a video marketing agency that you've used before? And like, if so, like, how would you want to set up that affiliate program for them?
All right. So video marketing agency. How would I set up an affiliate program for a video marketing agency? Okay. Again, the question, who has my audience? So who has people who want video marketing? If there's if you like, okay, we want bigger brands, things like that versus, individual users and things like that. I mean, I don't know the websites, but there are definitely websites out there that specifically talk about video marketing and are primarily, working with, say, companies of 10 or more employees. And I'm going to go to them and say, first of all, hey, do you need our services? Because if so, I'd love to help you out. And then if it works for you, I'd love to figure out a way to do a partnership together. And yeah, call it a referral program, call it an affiliate program. It's the same concept. You're going to go on and, maybe you're going to become a featured trainer in their back end. That's going to be the first step. Maybe you're going to do a podcast interview, with them for their, small podcast, but it's a super targeted, podcast. Like I said, we get a little bit less than 250,000 downloads a month, but it is like, they're all demographically pretty much the same people, And so, do you want to do a podcast interview? Do you want to hey, how about sending an email out? Let's do a training together. Whatever the case may be, there's all kinds of options. I mean, I do this with for our stuff. We have a major publisher. We run a lot of book launches because book launches with affiliates are an affiliate program. They're just for a book launch. And we have a very specific way we do it. We've done 13 of them now, 12 of which have been bestsellers. The one that wasn't, it's actually a funny story. I don't have time to get into though. We screwed something up because we didn't know better and whatever. And, so we work with a publisher and I mean, this is totally B2B, but every 6 months or so, they send out an email and say, hey, you should talk to Matt and his company. Here's what they can do, blah, 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 blah. About once a year, we do a training where we train their authors. And so, of course, there are authors who are like, I can't afford you. I'm not I don't necessarily want to, you'd be surprised how many of them are like, I don't care if I'm a bestseller, whatever. Then they can get free information. They can go DIY it if they want to, or not do anything with. But the ones who want to take it to the next step, usually we end up talking to 3 or 4 of them. We sign, 1 or 2 of them up as clients. And then, we pay pretty substantial amount of money to that publisher as a referral fee, as an affiliate commission, whatever you want to call it. It's great. It's the same concept though.
Well, Matt, we're going to wind down with our fan blitz questions because we have some very eager people that are interested to learn about affiliate marketing. And these questions actually come from our UpFlip community. And guys, if you want to join in on the conversation, you guys can go to youtube.com/UpFlip and submit your questions there and join in on these conversations. But Matt, you ready for these last 5 questions from our community?
Yeah, fire away.
Perfect. So number 1 is, what is the impact of AI on affiliate marketing? Because it seems that SEO for search engine will soon become obsolete.
SEO is never going to become obsolete. First of all, SEO is, like I mentioned earlier, it's a pretty small part of the affiliate marketing game. It's substantial enough in that I would never advise somebody to not do SEO, but it's always going to be a part of the game. But I mean, the biggest impact that it's going to have on affiliate marketing is actually on the affiliate management side, but it comes back to the affiliate side. That is the ability of affiliate programs to create custom swipe copy for affiliates. Something we started doing. We create language models for all of our affiliates. So like if you're an affiliate for me, Ryan, I would take 50 of your emails, go load them into one of our bots, and I would create a language model called Ryan Atkinson. It's got your voice, your tone, your style, the words you use and don't use. And then I'm going to take that and say, hey, here's our generic swipe copy, right? Go write this in the tone of Ryan Atkinson. And it does. And when I hand you that email, you're pretty much looking at it going, I can just send this. Because we used to do that for our big affiliates, but I had to pay a copywriter or do it myself. So it either cost me $150 per affiliate, not an insubstantial amount of money, times 10 every month. It's $18,000 a year I could keep, or it took me a couple of hours. And so either way, it was a pretty substantial investment of time or money. And now it's super easy.
I like it. Number 2, is short form content and reels the only way to get customers?
No. In fact, they're probably 2 of the least effective ways in terms of conversions. We did a study. So back in 2013, 14, or 15, somewhere in there, I did a study. What was the value of a social media lead versus an email lead? And social media was at about 1/12 of email. So not terribly different, but 1/12. Late 2010s, it was about 1/30th. We're down around 1/40th now. So in other words, what this means, if I send 1,000 leads via Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and you send 50 leads from email, you will probably make more sales than me 8 days a week and twice on Sundays. So when we look at the stats and we see like these affiliates who, gosh, he sent 3,200 leads and had 2 sales. And then this other guy had 180 leads and made 6 sales. Like 99.9% of the time, it's email, social media, or vice versa. So yeah, as far as conversion rates, it's email. I mean, email is king, queen, and court jester.
That is facts. I will double down on that because we are seeing email as our best conversion rates as well. Number 3, what is the best way for a beginner to learn affiliate marketing with no experience?
No experience. Go buy my course. No, the best way, actually, I'm going to send them to a URL. This is totally free and it's the best way to start. Okay. Like to be clear, this is not the best way to make $10,000 a month. This is the best way to get started making a few $100, maybe $1,000 a month to just kind of get your taste buds wet, so to speak. If you go to mattmcwilliams.com/quick start, that is the best place. It's got a guy that'll just walk you through because that's a 25-minute answer. But the number one thing in there that I talk about, I'll give you this, is you have to pick the right product. So I tell people, look at your desktop. Like it could be your actual desktop on your computer. It could be your desktop here. Like everything I do is on the computer. So if I looked on my desktop, I'm like, my earbuds? I don't know. What am I going to recommend as an affiliate? But if you're a gardener, go to your gardening shed and just be like, okay, what here? What is it? If you're in the health and fitness, go to your gym. Like what workout bands would you recommend to somebody who's getting started working out? What dumbbell set? What supplements would you recommend? Like go to your medicine cabinet. That's weird. Don't promote prescriptions. Yeah. Go to your supplement cabinet. Go to your refrigerator. Look at your desk. Look at what websites do you log into more than once a day? Look at stuff like that and start recommending those products.
What's the best way to start out when your budget isn't big to spend on mentorship and expensive courses?
Don't. And this is coming from somebody whose primary business is selling courses and coaching. Well, outside of our agency, which is our primary business, I do a lot of coaching. I do a lot of consulting, sell a lot of courses that teach people how to start an affiliate program or, start affiliate marketing and grow their business using those things. But if I literally had no money, I would find a group of 5 to 6, 7, maybe other people. This is how I did it when I had no money. I mean, all of us have been there. I mean, dude, it's one point. Like I started my first business. I was living in my mom's living room, sleeping on her pull-out couch. I had to sleep in the shape of an S to get around the coils that were popping out of the mattress.
Oh, man.
Like I lived off of Totino's pizza. Taco Bell for $5 was like my gourmet once a month meal. I've been there, right? What did I do? I found a group of people just like me. I'm still best friends with almost every one of them today. We've made, like, as if you talk about, again, relationships and affiliates, some of us, we've had hundreds of thousands of dollars of transactions between us over the years. But when we first all started, we had, no subscribers. We didn't know what the heck we were doing, but we learned together. And one of us was an expert in this area. And the other of us, like I learned affiliate stuff. So 2 years into that, I was teaching them everything I knew about affiliate marketing. One of them became an expert at podcasting and started a podcast. And so get some people that you're peers with that are either a notch below you or a notch above you. Meet once a week for an hour and talk through things.
Last question for you then from our fan blitz. What are the things you do to keep yourself happy and moving forward every day?
Number one, right now, this what we're doing is the only time all day I will stare at a computer screen and talk to another person. If I'm on the phone or on a call, I'm walking. If I can do it, I'm outside. No matter what the weather's like. I mean, if I have to, I'll just go out to my porch. If the wind's not blowing too hard, I'll go to my porch, and at least there's something there, I'm smelling the rain even. I'm getting sunlight if there's sun out. I'm hearing nature sounds. We have a creek that runs through our property. I'm hearing the creek babble. I get to see our groundhog and our ducks and, and our geese and the crane that randomly comes, and that kind of hate that guy sometimes, though. And I get to just like be outside and walk around and be active. And I mean, for me during the day, like, cause it's so easy to get caught up. I work on a computer for 9 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's so easy to get caught up in that and like not moving and not being outside. But for me, if you can do calls, I think video calls were great when they first came out. Cause it's like, dude, I can see you, man. Like, I don't know why I went Cheech and Chong all of a sudden there, but like it was mind-blowing. You're in Moldova. You're overseas. What time is it? Oh, what time is it? It's 3 a.m, dude. And we're talking. That was amazing. Now it's like, I'm so past that. Like voice is fine. Voice is totally fine. If I miss your eye roll, I'm okay.
Yeah. I love that. Well, Matt, thank you so much for joining us today. If people are like, I want to get started with this affiliate marketing stuff, but I don't know where can they connect with you, learn more about you and what you have to offer?
If you want to get started with affiliate marketing, go to mattmcwilliams.com/quick start. That's the best place to start affiliate marketing. If you want to start an affiliate program, I mentioned that first step was just to start finding people, right? To develop those relationships. If you go to mattmcwilliams.com/first100, FIRST100, I've got a guide in there on 15 places to find affiliates. It's got some templates in there for how to reach out to them, how to start developing those relationships. So those are the two best places to go, just depending upon which one. Go to both if you want. That's cool too.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode with Matt. Here are 3 quick takeaways for you. Number 1, if you are a small business or looking to get started with the business, definitely include an affiliate program early on. It's a really great way. And as Matt explained, you don't have to pay for anything until it actually performs. So super cheap way to actually gain customers. 2, go deep into what you are doing. He said that quick quote of like, we went an inch wide and a mile deep. So if you are going to go with an affiliate program, definitely choose to go deep with it. And then my third takeaway from this episode is that affiliate marketing is something any business can do. You just need to do it correct. I asked that question about the video marketing and like B2B, and he gave that great example of like how you can actually do that. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, please make sure to check out our recent episode of 120 with Rand Fishkin. We dove deep into the do's and don'ts of launching an online business in 2024, packed with Rand's top shelf tips for digital marketing success. If you're plotting your digital empire, this episode's a goldmine. Make sure to revisit it, take notes, and start applying those insights today. Matt, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Ryan.